welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The run inside. It's Marshall. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. At the 45 on his way. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Here's Underwood to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end, he's got size, he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's got him in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Underwood, under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
No good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Oh, better look out!
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Throwing, Underwood makes the grab. It's Marshall. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there.
And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's Cunningham. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Lacey. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Motion from the wide receiver. Hauls it in. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps, he's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy, because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Looking for space to the left. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Powers through the defender, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Got room to work. Maybe some room here. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4, it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
The run from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running inside, it's Marshall. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Kick is in the air. Makes a catch at the 10. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Lacey. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And I know that wasn't a big gain, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Buying some time. He's going to take off. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Ready. Black 18. Bang, bang, bang. But hard.
They'll try the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Gill.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Complete to the right. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The offense changing the play.
Stay up.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Connection to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. A designed run for the quarterback. There's a crease. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
The Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Defense dropping into soft coverage. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for room. It's Marshall. He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A big third down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Just needs a crack to get a return. Slips through the line. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with Tulane taking on the South Alabama Jaguars. And it's the Green Wave looking to bounce back from the Game 1 loss. They lead here in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Handoff for Frazier. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback keeper. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the move. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Fires to the tight end. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Fields. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Quarterback may change this route. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Rifles it down the middle. Touchdown, Rebels. They take the lead with the 6. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a... Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he...
Caught, and he's got room. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The run inside. It's Lacey. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Maybe a crease. At the 30. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give on the counter. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and is supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
Hey, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Miller. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rebels offense is back on the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep...
He's going to take a shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. With the catch, it's Gill. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on second down. Going over the top. He's got it at the 30. Finally stopped inside the 25-yard line, but this one might be coming back. There is a flag down. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's second and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Off play action. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here's Underwood to throw. The short hands, it's Marshall. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
Number 22, set to kick it off.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the sack. Hit as he throws. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Intercepted by Michigan. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Yeah, and he's done a great job all game long, making the right decisions, but knowing when to pull it and continue to keep drives alive. He's continuing to make the right decision time and time again.
Off the RPO, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
This quarterback part of their running game. Could be an out. Got enough space. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Trying to bully their way in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able...
Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they only had to move the ball 30 yards on the drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17.
Here we go. Ready. Black foot. Win.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to try to get it himself. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big...
He's got it along the sideline. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30.
Bridge. Go.
Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Blue 85. Magic.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out